All right, so quick question, just because I'm thinking out loud. Why is it that the authorities in Kenosha seem to have a pattern of punishing the victims of pedophiles? Prosecutors plan to appeal Crystal Kaiser defense decision to Supreme Court. So, here's the story. Crystal Kaiser is accused of murdering a Kenosha man who had been filming sex with her and other underage girls. She could use an affirmative defense for sex trafficking victims at her trial. And basically this had gone back and forth for quite some time. She made her first court appearance in Kenosha since the state appellate court hearing ruling in early June. And they are just now allowing her to use the defense of self-defense for the fact that she was being repeatedly abused and manipulated by an older man who I believe was 36 years old. Let me pull up the details of this case, because this shit's wild. This shit is wild. Here we go. Victim was target of a probe. Kaiser was 17 when she was charged in 2018 with first-degree intentional homicide for the shooting death of Volar, a man that the prosecutors say had been filming sex with underage girls, including Kaiser. She is alleged to have shot Volar before setting his Kenosha home on fire and fleeing to Milwaukee in his car. Volar, I was wrong, he is 34, had been under investigation by Kenosha police for child sex trafficking at the time of his death, with police serving a warrant on his home months before after a 15-year-old fled from his house and called police. Okay, stop. Let's just stop right there. A 15-year-old had fled from this sick, depraved fucker's house, called the police, sent investigators over, and somehow in 2018 he was still in his home to get shot by another underage girl. Really? How the fuck did that happen? Anyways, investigators seized child pornography from the house, including video Volar filmed himself of his assaults on underage girls. Had he not been killed, Gravely said in a past court appearance, Volar would likely have been charged with child sex assault the week he died. Why the fuck was he still in his house? He should have been in the jail. What fucker? Who is the judge who said that this piece of shit gets bail? You don't have to give them bail. You don't have to do it. If someone this fucking sick comes into your courtroom, you don't let them go back to the house to abuse more girls. The fuck is wrong with these judges? Alright. That's a huge ad. Theft alleged. Take a load of this. The prosecution is arguing in earlier court appearances that Kaiser's motivation in allegedly shooting Volar was the theft and not related to being sexually trafficked, harassed, and abused. I'm sorry, as you can tell, I probably added a few things in there. According to court documents, Kaiser initially denied killing Volar, but later told detectives she shot him because, quote, she had gotten upset and she was tired of him touching her. Kaiser, who will turn 21 next week, was jailed for 2 years as her case unfolded. Hold up. She was jailed for 2 years, but a 15-year-old calls the police on a pedophile who you found material in his house, and he wasn't in cuffs the next day. I'm just putting that out there. How does this happen? Okay, so she was in jail for 2 years until June 2020 when her $400,000 bond was posted by an advocacy group. Holy shit. Okay, This is FUBAR on some. This is fucked on so many levels. Why did the cops not have him in jail? And if they got him to the jail, which we don't know if they did, who is the judge who let him out on bail? And why did she have a bond of $400,000? She has been living in Milwaukee since her release. Friday's appearance was her first time appearing in court since being out of custody in Kenosha. Her case has gained widespread attention, with nearly 1.5 million people signing an online petition calling for charges against her to be dropped. Because why wouldn't you? While the case is continuing toward trial, Kaiser had earlier written to Wilk that she wanted to accept a plea deal. The prosecutor told the court that the state offered a reasonable plea agreement that would drop first degree intentional homicide if Kaiser pled guilty to felony murder and bail jumping. If she pled guilty to felony murder and bail jumping, she would face a maximum prison sentence of 15 and a half years. If she was convicted of first-degree intentional homicide, she would be sentenced to spend the rest of her life in prison. She is scheduled to appear in court for a status hearing on October 29th. So as you can tell, this is obviously an older story. We are well past the October 29th deadline. What the fuck is it with Kenosha? The St. Kyle, the patron St. Kyle of Kenosha, who, upon shooting the first person attacking him, just blew away a pedophile, and he has to go to court to defend his innocence. This broad was raped and filmed and abused by another pedophile in Kenosha, and they knew he was a pedophile. And now she's being charged for killing the pedophile. Look, here's the new rule. I don't care what you did in your past life. I don't care what mistakes you've made. I don't even care if you're a good person. You kill a pedophile, you don't get to be charged with a crime. It's not murder if it's a pedophile. And if you were a victim of the pedophile, the state should pay you. That's all I got for today. Stay carnal and God bless. I'll see you guys later tonight at 8 o'clock. That is still going on. I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.